Hello and welcome to the final episode of Nolo Time. My name is not Ovid Velez, and with me is the not more interesting man in the world, not Joel Young.
Hello. It's good not to be interesting anymore. Dude, how are you doing?
Good, how are you, man? No, it is this. It is not. It is not. We
It's
need
not
to.
our last
Well,
episode.
we need to clarify because now we live in an era, Joel, where people do really believe April Fool's pranks
I tell you.
because it's all madness. It's all madness out there. So yeah, we gotta clarify that. But we're here, man. What's
Yeah,
up,
it's
dude?
April 1st. You had to start off with a joke. Why not?
Yeah, sure, why
Scare
not?
people.
I'm not being myself. Joel's not being himself either.
This is not me. This is a life model decoy. No, dude, I'm doing all right, dude. I mean, it's been a busy week for both of us, I know, but plenty to look forward to. We got an extended weekend here coming up, which is great. Yeah, I actually went ahead and made a purchase the other day. I put in my reservation for my pass to MegaCon, which is supposed to be coming up in August. I think they're gonna still do it.
Okay. All right.
Obviously they've moved that thing a couple times now.
Yeah.
It was actually supposed to be last week, would have been MegaCon, but then they moved it to August. So that's a local Comic Con for those of you that are watching for wherever you're watching from here in Central Florida.
I'm
And
hoping they do it.
I
I
hope they
wanted to
do it.
go. Yeah, I wanted to go last year before this whole thing happened. So
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Got crazy. So I'm trying to go. A colleague of ours will be out there. So he got his ticket. So probably
Cool.
meet up out there. I ended up getting the 4 days. So I'll be out there pretty much each day. I might skip Sunday, but we'll see. It was just for the price for the early bird was just worth it. And yeah, dude. So I'm pretty hyped about that. I saw actually in the news. This is separate from everything else we're gonna be talking about, but I saw in the news that I guess Comic Con in San Diego, they're struggling to really land talent for that smaller Comic Con event they're going to have in November. And oddly, like that literally is the week, if I'm not mistaken, that's literally the same weekend of Thanksgiving that they're going to have that. So I don't know what they were thinking.
Oh, that's
With
super
booking that.
weird,
It's
man.
super strange. I mean,
Yeah.
considering where we are in the world, this is going to be probably the first time a lot of people are going to safely be able to visit family members and whatnot, and travel and all this.
Yep.
I don't think that Comic Con's going to be the first thing they're going to be. There's plenty of people out there. Don't get me wrong, but
Yep.
a lot of people they're gonna use this as an opportunity to safely gather, potentially at that time. So yeah, I don't know why, but so there, I'm sure that like instead of getting, you're probably gonna get like the more not as popular, people out there for that convention, miniaturized convention. It's just gonna be a couple days, or I think
Yeah.
it's either a couple days or one day. But I know that according to also leaks, allegedly New York is still gonna try and do theirs in person and virtual. But I got an email from them earlier on saying that they're still figuring things out, and no matter what, going forward, they will always have a virtual aspect to New York Comic Con going forward, which is pretty cool. But it's good to hear that they're still going to try and do something in person. I'm just curious how they'll do it because the Javits Center is, dude, that like San Diego was tough, but it's like a whole city gets around. In New York, it's already crowded, man. Like I don't know how they're gonna do it, so I'll be very curious. But it's good to hear some return to normalcy in the world.
Good. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely good news. I'm hoping that local events start happening again. I don't think CEO is gonna happen in the summer,
Yeah.
but hopefully like Otaku, or maybe they do it in December because I remember last year it got moved
Hmm.
to December. I think that would be brilliant.
I
Like
would
doing
do
a
it in
CEO
December
in
for sure.
December, yeah, man, that would be great. Because I do miss those events, and
Yeah,
and I really do hope that we can get back to that sooner than rather than later. So
I agree.
yeah, not much on my end, man. I haven't done. It's been a busy week. I have not had time to do absolutely anything. Play a little bit more Spidey here and there. Um, as Miles spoiled something huge from the other game, and I'm kicking myself in the face because I played it. It was like,
It's so good though. Like nothing like the original
it's
PS4 one is great, but that Miles one, bro, is that's a next gen experience.
it's good. So Oh, we don't have it on the docket, but let's talk about what they announced this week. I don't know if you saw that they announced an update
Yeah,
for PS5. Well,
PS5, the Miles.
basically, Miles is getting was it one suit, one new suit.
Yes.
Both versions are getting the suit, but in addition to that, select suits on the PS5 version, they're going to have graphics enhancements, and they're going to have for the first time like real time muscle deformation and all
Yes.
that on a game. And I mean that I know of, right? I
That's what even
could
the
be wrong,
reports were
but
saying. I
yeah.
was just reading that just like not long ago.
Yep. So they're definitely trying new tech now with the new consoles, and yeah, we're looking forward to that. But yeah, I played some Miles last, it was Sunday, man, and it's good. It's good. That game's real good. Both of them are great experiences. I have nothing but great things to say about both those games. Well, one being the game, and then the other one being more of an expansion to that first experience. But yeah, man, it's I'm really enjoying that. I really haven't done anything else, dude. So we'll talk about Falcon Winter Soldier here in a second, but we haven't watched Godzilla vs Kong. You're going to the movie theater tomorrow,
Yes, I am.
so you're doing that. I was going to watch it last night, and because I wanted to be with FOMO, right? So I was like, you know what? Um, I'm gonna hold off because I have two pretty decent reasons. Um, so on my surround sound, I have a 10-inch subwoofer that I've had for a few years now. Works pretty good. It's the Klipsch R10SW. If you guys are interested, very decent subwoofer for the price. I bought it a few years ago at Best Buy for like 150. So my dad calls me last like Friday and goes just like, "Hey, I'm at Costco. They have the same subwoofer you have, but the 12-inch version, so the R12SW for 150. Should I get it?" And he's like, "Should I get it?" I was like, "Yeah, 150 for that sub? Yeah, man." It's like, "All right, I'm getting two." So he got two for himself, right? And I called him up again. It's like, yo, you got more? It's like, it's like, yeah, they got more. Grab me one. So he grabs me a sub, and so now I have two subwoofers on my surround sound system. So the 12 inch is plugged in, but for the 10-inch, I moved to the back of the viewing area, but I don't have the cable that long. So cable comes in tomorrow,
Okay.
with like a surge protector, because I'm not gonna I don't wing it.
You
There's
live in
always,
Florida.
yeah, there's always gotta be a surge protector in there. So, but a monster surge protector, but a cable, and plugging it in tomorrow. So that way on Saturday I can watch Godzilla vs Kong with proper surround sound.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Unless my daughter goes like, it's too loud. Yeah, I gotta ease her up, man, because she doesn't really enjoy the loud noises for a prolonged period of time. But I gotta watch this on surround sound. There's no other way, right? Um, so yeah, it's planning to do that over the weekend
That's
and
awesome,
watch
bro.
it. So
Awesome. I've heard
yeah,
like you and I were talking offline that we've heard the sound on this movie is pretty insane. You
yep,
would expect nothing less. I mean, the Godzilla movies, the recent Godzilla movies are epic sounds, bro. I mean, especially that second one.
yeah.
There's scenes you could just put on, and it's incredible. So I'm looking forward to this.
Well, the first movie, the scene where Godzilla roars at the airport, I think.
Hmm.
Um, if I'm not wrong, that's up to that point, right? I don't know if that's changed, but that was the loudest recorded sound in movie history.
Wow.
So that was at that time. So they actually went to the back lot of Universal, and set up like a giant speaker rig, and played the sound through the speakers and recorded the sound separate, and it was so loud
Are
that
you
they
serious?
yeah, that's how they recorded it.
What?
Like they recorded it live. That's why it sounds like it's an actual recording, like it's
Yeah.
Godzilla, roaring, because they recorded it through a speaker, like put a microphone and played the sound. So, yeah, it's insane. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this movie. I've seen very good reviews out there.
T- Team
So,
Kong or Team Godzilla?
oh, I'm Team Goji all the way, dude. Come on, man. What kind of question is that? I mean, I appreciate Kong, but bro, man, nah, Goji's the dude. It's like I gotta go.
I know that's your boy.
It's my boy, man.
Yeah, dude. You gotta see. Oh boy.
Yeah, I
They will.
gotta.
They did say one will win the fight. Very similar to BVS, dude. Someone will win the fight. Obviously, there's a larger evil. It's just not,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
regardless, yeah, man.
Mothra, you gotta save Mothra. Why do you say that name? Do you see the other one with the high ground one?
No.
No, it was Kong on top of the Empire State Building. It's like, it's over, Godzilla. I have the high ground. It's like you underestimate my power.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this because
Same.
I'm excited. I like I said when I watched uh Skull Island a few weeks ago, just a few weeks ago, because I hadn't watched it.
I
I
know.
really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it a lot, man. I went into this movie with like very low, not low expectations, but like I expected nothing and got
Yeah.
something really good in return. So I really appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to watching this movies. But yeah,
Ooh, boy.
not
That's
much
gonna be good.
not much other than that. So let's talk Falcon Winter Soldiers. As always, spoiler alert. If you are listening and you have not watched the episode, it is out on Disney Plus. Episode 3 is out tomorrow. So,
Yes.
with that being said, Joe, another solid episode. It's like so right. We got uh Justice League, and it was an epic. And you know how I feel about the movie. Already said
Mm-hmm.
it and everything, right? But this is shaping up to be like a 4 hour. This is probably what they wanted to do with Justice League, like split it in different parts like this, because it feels like a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Like
Very
you're
cinematic.
not watching a TV show. It's a movie, and it is fantastic. I think uh, something I want to point out, Carl, because I think that angle on that first episode made him look weird. He didn't look weird on this one, and I think it was just that angle
Yeah, it's pretty
specifically that
bad.
they picked. Yeah, was not good. Then I don't know if they did it on purpose, like to set up. It's like, what the hell is this? Yeah, they may have done it in purpose, right? But as I expected, right? This is someone that is, I don't want to say deserving of the title, right? Because no one's Steve, and he made it very clear. It's like, I'm not Steve Rogers. I'm not trying to be Steve. I'm trying to be my own thing, and you know, and everything. So, I knew that he was gonna be like a decorated veteran and all this stuff, and that was all said right. And he seems to be very efficient, and he seems to be very proud on what he's doing. And I don't like, people hated him, right? Like really hated him on the first when he
I
showed
know.
up right? And then this episode you kind of ease on him. It's like, man, he's kind of like a good guy, and he's trying to help, and he's trying to do his thing.
Or is he?
And Bucky is like upset. I think he is, but at the same time he just don't want to be in Steve's shadow. and
For sure.
I think that's probably going to be what, I don't say that he's going to become a villain, but something eventually probably is going to happen where something goes wrong because of what a decision that he makes. And Bucky and Falcon pay for it. So yeah, it was another solid episode, man.
Yeah, it was a really solid episode. A lot of um political and cultural
Yeah,
messages that were
yeah,
sent, and man, I was like,
it was.
we've
Yeah,
seen a lot of different shows and movies, put in messaging. And we're we're not a political show here or anything. We try and be very united, but the position that they took in this show, man, the way that they portray these things, it's moving.
So here's the thing, right? Because there's a difference, and we've talked about it, that we do have a problem when properties become very preachy,
Right.
and and I think the way they handled it, everything, whether it be the race relations thing, the veterans thing that they did on the first episode,
Oh yeah, the
and
first one.
now we're moving into a more of a, again, more like international, like poor people versus rich. Like eventually it's gonna be Bane again, and
Oh
it's like,
sure.
it's your world, because like rich people are evil. Eventually it's gonna happen, right? Because they're tackling stuff like veterans problems in the first episode, race relations on the second, uh, mental illness, because
I
Bucky
know. Yeah.
clearly, he's still clearly affected by everything. So all these things, I think they're just doing a phenomenal job with it. So
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like these different moments and scenes that are so natural, and it didn't feel like they were just like okay, it's Falcon and Bucky are literally on their way to this, and of course someone's gonna recognize him, like oh hey, that's the Falcon. But like the Black
the
Falcon,
Black
like these
Falcon,
little like things like that, bro. And
yeah,
I'm like, you know what? Like this is well done. Well, like bravo, guys. Of course, you get your scene with Bucky and Falcon, where Bucky takes Falcon to meet a mystery hidden super soldier, which is a really great nod to some future stuff. And of you guys that are fans of Marvel Comics and you understand some of that history there, you know that those two characters are very important, and they'll more than likely be coming back in a larger role throughout the rest of the season at some point. I'm sure. But it's just a really cool moment, really cool setup for the a Captain America esque person and a Falcon person that things didn't go right. Where with Steve, not that Steve didn't go through stuff, but Bucky purposely hid this even from Steve himself because of the trauma and things that these guys endured.
yeah.
It's
I
a
th-
really heavy topic, but
it
it's really
is,
handled
yeah.
well in the show.
Oh yeah, yeah. They did a fantastic job with it. I think the reason, like now talking about the plot, right? I think that the reason he did it, the reason Bucky didn't reveal that to Steve was because he knew Steve would try to make it public. It's like, no, he needs the recognition. He being like so righteous, and it's
Right,
like
right.
he wanted to treat everyone equally, and everyone deserved, equal treatment. I think Steve would have like made it public and
Yes.
used his position as like, and maybe the dude doesn't want it, right? It's like,
Like that wasn't his
just leave
point.
me alone. That's the all I want right now is just leave me alone. I don't want people to bother me, and that's it, right? So, I think they handled it great. When I saw the cops, I was like, oh, they're gonna do it, and
Oh
they
yeah,
did
dude.
it, and
Yeah,
it was
dude. I saw the
great.
cop right as they were walking, them just arguing. I was like, oh snap.
Mm,
What a scene.
yeah,
Um, speaking of new Captain America, like you were talking about, this guy gets a little bit more of a backstory, which is really cool. I love the effects, bro, that they have in this scene with him throwing the shield and it comes like this is exactly like we've
yeah,
seen with Steve in the movies, like him throwing off the shield. He's to show the training footage that he had. This
yep.
guy training to become Cap. Um, I mean, like, okay, he looks like Steve Rogers, like in those scenes. It looks legit. I do sense that when you get to that scene towards the end where, they make it clear they're going to both go their own ways and stay out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I do think that there's going to be a moment where either one of two things are going to happen. One, they're going to do the cliche, like, no one liked him anyway, so we'll just make him evil, which I'm not sold on that either, but it's
I
an
don't
option.
think so. Yeah.
Um, and then the other option is where, in his anger to try and prove himself, like you say, he makes a mistake and ends up humbling himself and saying, like, I don't like even I know like this is a joke. I shouldn't be doing this way. Let me
Yeah.
work with you guys for you guys and take the shield back while you're at it. So I'm sure there'll be something there. I love that the whole like the mantle passing like it's not handled lightly in the show, because yeah, like we get that awesome scene at the end of Endgame where Steve is talking to Falcon and saying like this is belongs to you. Like I trust you. I want you to take it. And just because you would think, okay, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna go pick up the like this Captain America is the equivalent of Superman. And if anybody's seen, the Snyder Cut, you understand how important Superman is to the world, right? Like Captain America in Marvel's universe is so important. So picking up that shield means something so great and so important that it would not be something you just go, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna go pick up the shield and go fight Nazis. Like it's not that easy. So I do appreciate the handling of it, and I do appreciate also just from the first episode the messages in there of it's like one moment the government's like yes this sacred legend, and the next moment they're like back to the next thing, hand it to the next guy because we just need
Yeah.
someone back. The handling of that was really interesting. Man, there's a lot of things I could say about this show, but I will say that it's not a happy show, but it's an entertaining one, and I look forward to this one coming out tomorrow. With Zemo and
Yeah, Zemo's
what
gonna be
happens
back.
there. So
Yeah.
I hope we'll get more of a backstory on him as well.
So basically, the Flag Smashers, um, because I'm not familiar with the Flag Smashers in the comics, but
It's supposed to be one person, not a team, not a
oh,
group.
not a group. Okay.
Yeah, they just changed that.
So basically, they're the Patriots from Metal Gear Solid. They're like from the Metal
Nice.
Gear universe. They're like
Sure.
people that are following the boss's teachings to some extent, and working to have a world without borders, essentially. So
Yeah.
yeah, so this was like, oh, this is like, again, we go back to Metal Gear because the Winter Soldier is the best Metal Gear movie ever made. It's like it's Metal Gear without being Metal
It
Gear, and I
is.
love
Yeah.
it. That's part of why I love that movie so much. So you even have the brother that's missing the arm. It's like
Wow.
it's there. It's like it's
Wink,
super on
wink.
the nose. Yeah. So I yeah, like I am really really enjoying it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow again, and it's yeah, looking forward to it.
If it's
It's very
anything
good.
like WandaVision, this thing is building up a lot. Like, I mean, WandaVision, the first
Yeah.
couple episodes, it's different. Obviously, that was
Well,
teasing
yeah.
stuff or whatever, right? Kind of put pieces together. But it was a slow build. Like they went heavy on lore, but
Yeah.
they like the stakes really grew. I think with this, we're having a very similar trajectory where they're setting up a lot of stuff, setting out some seeds. I think it's gonna get pretty wild and crazy. We get towards the end.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's gonna be.
You gotta bring in another Avenger if these guys if it's
Well, we
as
got Rhodey
believable.
cameo Rhodey
Yeah,
on the first episode, but yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's definitely building up to something big. So we'll see. Real quick, want to talk about Marvel fans because we've been joking about Marvel fans for the last, I don't know, week maybe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, bro,
few
it's great. Our,
days.
te- our
Yeah,
texts have been Marvel related, which is not normal because usually it's very Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah.
It's just memes.
So because we're talking about I think that like we casually talked about WandaVision and how the fan theories, that was the thing, right? We're talking about fan theories and how all these theories about Mephisto and Nightmare and all this stuff during WandaVision were going on. And now every time that we see something like a small detail of anything, it's like Marvel fans be like, this guy confirmed. And the last one I texted you was Sony is releasing a Spider-Man pack, which I think it's a pretty good deal, dude.
It's a
It's like
very good deal.
so you're basically getting both Spidey's Homecoming and Far From Home, Venom,
Into the
and Into
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse in one bundle. So I sent it to I sent it to you. It's like Venom and Miles confirmed for Spidey 3. It's like
Some
bro.
Marvel fans doing a whole like theory video now. They
Yeah,
recently had released packaging having these guys, which means that they must be.
yeah,
That's why these people. I'm just being real, bro. This is why there's some of these people were so butthurt over the finale of WandaVision because there wasn't Mephisto.
because they were expecting something different.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't like this and that,
Yeah, see, I had no expectations. I was putting two and two together, and everything seemed to point to Mephisto, but at the same time, I had my reservations.
yeah,
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I wasn't disappointed because those last three episodes were really, really good. So,
same.
uh, hopefully the same is gonna happen to this one. I mean, but this one so far, it's been like action packed and
Yeah.
really engaging. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, that's I can't wait. Um, Joe, there's really not much happening out there. It's been a fairly quiet week. Um, did I mention last week about the Snyder Cut Blu-ray? I think I
I think you
talked
did.
about it.
I
It
think they
comes
were
out in May. They confirmed it.
okay.
Yeah, it comes out in May on 4K Blu-ray. So I'm definitely grabbing it. Of course.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no going around it, especially with how I feel about that movie. But Joe, speaking of the Snyderverse, or the Snyder Cut, we got some cancellations from DC.
Yes,
So one movie that you were very much looking forward to
that is true.
got canned. Unfortunately, like I said before, I was not super familiar with the entirety of New Gods, but it was exciting nonetheless because of the people involved and what we saw in the Snyder Cut. But at the same time, not surprising because we have not heard anything about this movie for like 2 years. So go ahead, man.
Yeah, you're good. I want to read to you guys the statement that DC put out, Warner's put out. Um, this is their statement. They said, as a part of our DC slate, some legacy development titles, including New Gods and The Trench, will not be moving forward. The studio said in a statement, we thank our partners Ava DuVernay, Tom King, James Wan, Peter Safran for their time and collaboration during this process and look forward to our continued partnership with them on other DC stories. The projects will remain in their skillful hands if they were to move forward. So then there's another thing here that says the decision rates are. Sorry, no, I'm missing it here. Anyways, there was another statement I saw out there as well, and I don't want to say for sure that it's something that Warner said because it was, you read things on social media and you want to make sure you fact check it. And I don't have it as it's not showing a part of this statement, but I had heard that there was some type of statement on the lines of that we want to introduce new characters and this and dark with Darkseid being in Snyder's Justice League that would be too close to that. And they're trying to go in a new direction or something along those lines, basically being said. I don't know if that was a true
Hmm.
statement or not. Again, because I can't fact check it right now, but just reading between the lines, that is obviously why they are canning that movie at least. Because the Trench movie was a bad idea to begin with. I mean, there's just no way to go around that. Um, I don't know what they were thinking, but the Ava DuVernay New Gods movie, there is no way you do a New Gods movie and it not be tied into the New Gods that we see in Snyder's Justice League. So, and that was one of the coolest things when as I'm watching, Snyder's Justice League, and we get these moments of the New Gods. That was all running through my head. I'm like, okay, great, we're gonna get a further movie with these guys. It's kind of like how I feel about with like what Marvel's doing with the Eternals, being in their own movie. Like we should have some Thanos stuff in here, some backstory of Thanos in that movie. Because of the Titans and all this kind of stuff, right? Like similar thing with New Gods. Like, okay, we'll get a little more Darkseid background. There's some other characters that are also included in there. It'll be pretty fun, cool. So that's the one that bugs me the most because like with all the stuff I'm sure you see it obit all the time, the Restore the Snyderverse is really picking up a lot more steam as the days go on.
And it's picking
More and
up
more
not
people saying it.
yeah, not only fans but like the
Actors, The
actors are the
Rock,
Rock is out there like
yep,
advocating for it. So
yep, yep. This dude that played Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello, like all these people, they're all obviously they're all coming in and saying it like, and that's really tough. I don't like the look that Warner's is going with right now. I don't like that the way it's being handled. There's some rumors that even the execs that are running the streaming side, the HBO Max side, they're frustrated because they allegedly want more of the stuff, even if it's just gonna be on their platform, like how this is. They're like, hey, at
oh
least give us these two movies, here. Give us just like 2 and 3 there at least, or something.
wow,
And it's
okay.
like the head of Warner's like, no, HBO, keep doing your thing. So, and obviously we know that HBO Max already is supposed to be having at least 2 DC films that are coming exclusively to HBO Max a year. That's a part of their plan. They've already said. So this you would think would be perfect to be one of them. Like, why not just do Snyder's Justice League? Like that, it's a no brainer. If you're already gonna do two
Yeah.
movies just for this, just do that. No, we're gonna give you a Zatanna movie instead. It's like I don't get it, guys. I don't understand where this logic is coming from. Yeah, I'm excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman film. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Supergirl film, which I did confirm is a part of their slate still. Like, cool. I'm excited for the next Shazam movie. I'm excited for that. But like, even though I'm excited about these things, I still know that like what they have or had with Snyder's verse, the Snyderverse, like I still don't understand why you mess that up. Why you just completely blow that off. Like again, I'm excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. I'm excited for that stuff, but even those movies you didn't have to push. You could have just stuck with this in front of you. You start putting all these things on your plate, and it
Yeah.
really is a problem because, like you said, Obed, that's like your favorite like movie now, like superhero movie. Why? Like you have people who are literally responding this way. So yeah, man, I don't know. I trying to stay level headed about it, but this is one of those ones that just it's like 1 plus 1 does not equal 2 to them. I don't.
It's weird.
Their math is off.
Yeah. I think this is probably this is the remnants of what happened back in 2017
Yeah.
when this whole thing was happening. So this is all like leftovers of that, and now they're basically like seeing the consequences of it because they keep making these decisions, right, or changing stuff around when the fans already spoke and keep speaking.
Right. It gets
um,
louder, I would
and it
say.
gets yeah. I think eventually we'll get a Snyder Justice League Part 2 or something. Even if it's like a Part 2, like its own thing with Darkseid and Martian Manhunter and this stuff, like
Yeah.
separate, we'll probably get it.
Well,
I
even if
got
it's just on HBO Max, we'll be
yeah,
fine with this.
yeah, yep.
Although I really hope that they re-release this in theaters at least for like a couple days or
It's
something.
crazy, man. I do too. I
I
would I
want
would
it.
go watch it. I'd go watch it.
We'll meet up. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand. But and then I don't know if you've seen this also, like, it's the internet, so I try and be careful. But like, people are saying stuff about, like they're releasing numbers already for Godzilla versus Kong and saying like it's their number one, streamed movie and it's like making records for them. And HBO Max is the number one downloaded app in the last 24 hours and all that. But they didn't release those numbers at all for the Snyder Cut last week. And it's almost like some people might just think that, hey, maybe it
They're trying
was
to
number
bury it.
one,
Yeah,
but they don't want people to think that. They want you to focus on Godzilla versus Kong right now.
yeah. Because it's a new product, right? They're looking at Justice League as a rehash when it's really not. It's an entirely new movie.
Right.
Like we're 2 weeks removed and people are still talking about it, right?
I know, man.
So
Even more,
it's
that's what I'm saying. To me, I hear more and more as the days go on.
yeah, yep. So we'll see. I know that they'll listen to the fans and actors like.
Well, all we need is one of their movies to bomb, which we're about to talk about. One of their
Oh
movies coming
man.
up here, and I don't have good feelings
Oh
about it, dude.
wow, really? You feel
And not
that
it's
way?
not necessarily because the movie won't be a quality movie. I just think what's going on with DC right now, I don't think the response is going to be what they might be thinking.
Okay.
I think money, people will speak with their money, dude.
Okay. So so the trailer for the Suicide Squad
Yep.
came out. It was interesting.
Two trailers came out.
There's one that came out today, right? I haven't
One
watched
came
that
out
one.
today. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I watched the one that came out. What
Okay.
was it? Sunday
Yeah.
or something
Something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Interesting. Uh. It looks like a fun time, right? It's not a movie that I would run to the movie theater and watch, just like
Me
the
either.
first one. I don't know why. I don't want to like. I don't want to get in trouble, Joe. But and this is an ensemble movie, right? You got John Cena, you got Idris Elba,
A lot of talented people.
you got a lot of talented people working. Sylvester Stallone is doing the King Shark
King
voice.
Shark. Yep.
Um, I just don't think that people are interested in Harley Quinn by herself because they see this as a Harley Quinn movie, and I don't think that people are really that interested. Like the same thing happened to Birds of Prey, and like I didn't enjoy it. I watched it, right, and I watched it for my man crush on Ian McGregor, and I was fine with that. But would I watch it again? Probably not.
But did it not remind you though of a similar like comedic style? Like there's a certain style that they're marketing at least as.
What's the James Gunn movie? They're marketing as R-rated Guardians of the Galaxy, basically,
Right. I
because
think
it's
that's a
James Gunn.
problem. I think that's a pro. I
You
think
think so?
I know. I think James Gunn. I think James Gunn will make the movie still like. It doesn't matter how outrageously crazy things that happen. Like he still makes a good story in his movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that their marketing is just like, hey, just watch a bunch of Looney Tune characters getting together, blowing stuff up. And it's like, I'm sorry, you gotta give us something more that would get people who know zero about this and people who do know about this to actually say like what makes it so special. Because we can watch there's a whole lot of movies that fall under the category of just, we could watch the A Team for that. You know what I mean? Like there's movies for that. And those movies weren't commercially successful, you know what I mean? So I think people are going to speak with their money, and I don't think this movie is going to do very well. I don't think it's going to I don't think it's going to be like a disaster. I'll be shocked if the headline comes. Um, but I can see this movie very like struggling hard.
Mm.
I don't think people will go to the movie theaters for this. I think on streaming you'll get good numbers because people already have HBO Max, so like sure.
It's a
Uh,
movie that's coming out this year, and
right.
when is it coming out again?
August, I
August.
think.
Okay. See,
Um,
will come back at delayed like a week or something.
yes.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna be coming off, Black Widow, which I anticipate a really good response for that movie
I
because of
think
how long
so.
people have waited for
Yeah.
some of that caliber and
Yep.
whatever's going on with Marvel with their with Falcon and all that stuff. I think there's gonna be a lot more anticipation, hype for a big Marvel film. But I don't think this one, man. Like I don't think Suicide Squad is gonna perform good, and I don't think this is the timing for this kind of movie. Right after the amazing success of the Snyder Cut, I think this is just gonna make people more angry. Is it going to
Hmm.
be like not like this is the direction you're going to go, and we're not going to get more this stuff? Like, and I'm sure you've seen this stuff with David Ayer talking
Yeah.
about.
Because again, people are like, wait a second. If the same thing happened to David Ayer and we
He
knew
said
about it,
they turned my movie into Deadpool, and it was way more serious and darker than that.
yeah,
I believe that's what I'm saying, dude. I
yeah.
don't know what
All those
Warner's.
scenes with like the burned Joker and all that got cut,
Yeah, dude,
dude. It was like all that got cut,
way
and
more dramatic.
so and we knew, right? Oh man, it's they'll have to release it because people are gonna ask for it now. Now they're gonna be like release the year cut, and it's probably gonna happen.
I mean, maybe. So for the response on that has been like, yeah, but the Snyder stuff is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
crazy, crazy, man. But maybe it might happen. Who know? You never know.
yeah.
You
Like
never know.
especially now, you never, you really
Right?
never,
You
yeah,
really never know,
you
dude.
never know. Yeah,
Just
we'll
release the
see.
Air cut and this and the next Snyder film. Like that, let that be your next two DC movies on HBO Max. We're good.
There you go. Yeah, I would be happy with that.
It's fine.
Yeah, I would be happy with that. I would definitely be happy with that. Yeah, cool. That works. All right, moving on.
We can go run to Warner Brothers and go fix it.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. We should be executives, Joe. Get no sleep, but all the money.
I'll take it.
Joel, you sent me some notes on an apparent leak for the next Avengers movie, which unfortunately I have not had the time to read. But if you want to go ahead and give us a what's up with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on in this alleged leak from Inverse. Take it with a large grain of salt because it's literally leaking from somebody who um, they say a lot of crazy
My
stuff, but they
sources are telling
right
me.
like they're not validated from anyone. The only way we validated him is because this guy on Twitter says, "Hey, there's gonna be this guy Ralph Boner, and he's gonna have a necklace in this thing that's gonna stop him with his powers or whatever in WandaVision." And then obviously we watch the show, we're like, "Wait, this dude on Twitter was right. How did he know
Mm.
this?" So I don't know who or what this guy knows. Sometimes this could be some Disney employee or something that know. I don't know. Um, but allegedly, they're talking about a few different things that are going to be coming. Talking about there's going to be multiple Avengers coming into the next movie. They're going to have the Young Avengers mixed with the West Coast Avengers for their next Avengers 5 film. Right, because Endgame technically was their fourth Avengers film. And this all should be coming through and detailed, coming up in 2022 next year. They'll probably start dropping more hints and exclusive tie-ins to it. We'll start to see the connections allegedly in the next few Disney Plus shows that are the Young Avengers themed. So like your Miss Marvel show and your Hawkeye show, those kinds of things you'll get. And then like with your a She-Hulk and these other things, you'll get some of those West Coast Avengers setups, which will then tie into whatever that is. So it's not a very detailed leak. It's just little teases, which is how the guy put it out last time.
Hmm.
But we've been hearing West Coast Avengers for a while now.
Yeah.
I know a
Especially
lot.
One Division took a lot of inspiration from West Coast Avengers. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I know that a lot of people instantly were thinking, Secret Wars, like you get. I think that's more of something that the fans want to happen, but I don't think that's an immediate thing to happen. I feel like they got to first get the X-Men established. Like you got to give them at least one, if not two movies.
Mm.
And it doesn't have to be an X-Men ensemble movies, but like X-Men characters or something of that to
Yeah.
bring them in
Because
before
they
you
could
just
have.
jump into Secret Wars and like you have these guys just
Yeah.
walking around.
Yeah, they would need to have like a full blown X Men movie and like a Civil War type of thing where they are
Yes.
like sharing the movie with someone else. Yeah.
Right. And Doom's got to be done right. You got to hear Fantastic Four and you got to have Doom done right. Like there's a lot that needs to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense for them to do more of this Avengers 5. Hey, we've got some new people coming in, considering that obviously most of the original people are out, gone. I don't know if you saw Chris Hemsworth confirmed he'll be back for another movie. He didn't say what, but he said he's not done playing Thor. He's back for something else. So,
It's probably Avengers, yeah.
right.
And
Yeah, man.
we know that Paul Bettany basically said that that he has like a long term relationship with Marvel. Like he
Yes.
announced it during during one of the interviews. So
Which is
we're
awesome. Like
yeah,
he's great as
yeah,
Vision.
he is, yeah. So we're assuming that Vision's gonna be long term, at least in the next 2 3 movies, maybe 4. You know,
Yeah.
show here and there, maybe again. So we'll see. Um, we'll see, man. It's exciting to see what Marvel comes up with next. I As time passes, I'm actually more interested in Black Widow. I think it's because I'm having Marvel withdrawals.
That's what I think is gonna happen. Yeah,
It's
people want a
weird.
big Marvel movie.
Yeah. So I like I'm looking forward to it. And if they went ahead and released it, right? They because they were being holding off on releasing this movie. It has to have something big, right? Like something must happen in this movie that connects to possibly Spider-Man, because that's the next like big movie coming out in this,
Or
December.
Shang-Chi, or
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really excited for that Spider-Man movie, dude. It's like, oh, it's kind of crazy. If the rumors are true,
Christmas, bro.
if the rumors are true, um,
We
it's
still
gonna be
get. I didn't
bananas.
realize we still getting Venom this year, dude. I totally I went over my head. I thought it wasn't coming. I saw that it's supposed to be still coming, dude.
Venom.
Yeah,
Let's see. And oh, what the heck?
Venom. Let there be carnage.
Yeah, so they announced the Let There Be Carnage this week. New release date September 24th.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So clearly there's some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Um,
Morbius is interesting that that's not that they moved that to a whole nother year. I think.
this should be a Halloween movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
2022.
January.
January 20. Oh, where movies go to die.
Right, it's going right after.
Oh man, that means that they don't expect this movie
No.
to be that good. Then okay.
Did you see that New Mutants is going to go straight to HBO Max and not to Disney Plus?
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
Disney doesn't care.
They don't even want it.
Well, it's so bad, even for free doesn't matter.
No, no. It's like it's like, could you imagine being so bad that you said, all right, mom and dad, time for me to go home. It's like,
We're
dude,
sending
don't.
you to it.
We're sending it to your uncle's house. We don't want you.
Right. We're putting you up for adoption. It's like basically the unwanted kid, man. New Mutants did not do well. Oh,
Oh man. So I mean, Phoenix was
that's dark.
bad.
Oh
like
no, this is
Dark
worse
Phoenix
than that, dude.
was,
This is
yeah,
worse than
Dark
that.
Phoenix
I
is
would
pretty
rather
bad.
watch Dark Phoenix actually than this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I only finished it because I was like I rented it, so I was like I might as well. But
Gotta
yeah,
get your money's
I
worth,
wouldn't have finished. I wouldn't have finished it otherwise. Like if it was on like Showtime or something,
bro.
it's lost interest.
I Yeah, that's nuts. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
dude.
see what happens. But in some great news, Joe, something I'm very excited about. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi limited series on Disney Plus, which starts shooting this week.
I think so.
They said that it's starting this week. They started production, and they've confirmed the cast. No Jar Jar,
I know.
which was something that fans were kind of like expecting, right? But again, we get the confirmation of Hayden Christensen, um, and Owen and Beru are back. So
Yep,
are we gonna see young Luke, like kid Luke,
I
like
think so.
9-year-old
I
Luke?
think so. And that's his
Okay,
whole point of why he's there, right?
yeah,
Protect the
yeah,
child.
exactly.
And we ain't talking about Baby Yoda.
No, no. Um, uh, speculation is that Moses Ingram is playing a young
Yes.
Ahsoka, so there's gonna be a flashback to Clone Wars.
So that the rumor all behind that is because regardless, we're expecting her to wield a lightsaber because on her Instagram she posted the casting and she said something like, "I play with lightsabers."
Yep.
So we're like, okay, Jedi,
Yeah.
Ahsoka would be the one that would make sense.
Yeah. And they
But
probably couldn't get Rosario Dawson, and I mean, they probably could, but at the same time, she looks older.
yeah,
So
that's an assumption. I
yeah,
mean, she may not be Ahsoka. I don't know.
it is an assumption. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
but I'm with you. I do think Ahsoka's a good bet, safe
Yeah.
bet.
Yep. Um. Yeah. This cast is solid, man. Kumail Nanjiani, Sung Kang, man, it's good.
I
Yeah,
know.
but we're what, a year and a half away from this thing, more than likely. Like
This
based on
better be the best 8 episodes. I'm telling you, man. There's no leveling my expectation for this show.
yeah.
Like there's things that I'm expecting when especially when they announced that Kathleen Kennedy said, "Welcome to the rematch." I'm telling you, bro, I'm looking for fireworks because like Revenge of the Sith is still pretty darn good.
Okay. Let me double check something, cause I heard, and I mean I haven't watched the specialized um A New Hope in a while, but I heard someone say that Vader's dialogue when the part when he talks about last time we met, I was but a learner and now I am a master. Someone said that that line changed, and I didn't notice it. So
Oh,
let me
I'm gonna
see.
have to pull that up after this.
Uh,
Wow, that would be massive,
so
dude. That's a big line.
let's see.
I mean, he still would technically be a learner. Like, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't bother me if they change the continuity on it because he still was kind of a learner under a new master because he was, under the emperor.
So here's the thing, right? No, it's not that the line's fine. It's something else. It's something that I actually put together in my head.
Okay.
It's this line, and then there's line in Return of the Jedi. So the line is not when we last met. The line is when I left you. I was but a learner. He didn't leave Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan left him
So
in
then
Mustafar.
clearly,
Yeah, and then um when he's having the conversation with Luke in Return of the Jedi, he tells when it's like, "Hey, come back. I know that there's good in you." It's like Obi-Wan's one thought as you do. Uh, that means that Obi-Wan went back and tried to get him at some point, right? Because he like Obi-Wan tried.
oh man, oh Obed,
So, because I mean, we know that Obi-Wan tried
yeah,
in Revenge of the Sith, but he never said, "There's good in you. I know, man. Come on,
nope,
we gotta do this. Do it. Come on."
he did not.
But Padme told Obi-Wan at the end of the movie. So at some point, Obi-Wan must have gone back to Anakin and said, "Padme believes that there's good in you," and told him. So this is it. This is it.
All right, bro.
Since the last no upside episode ever,
I'm telling
until
you,
Obi-Wan comes out.
woo, I will be shouting, bro. If
Bro,
this
yeah.
rematch goes away, I'm thinking.
Yep. We're gonna say like we're gonna get Force Unleashed. Like
Yes,
Vader's gonna get like almost done in
yes.
by Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Whew, there's gonna
Bro.
be. They better replace all the force moves. Like I want them
Like,
all,
whatever
man.
you want.
I, I don't care how silly it looks.
Yeah.
You put it in this movie.
Yeah. I
This
wonder
excuse me,
if
series.
oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if Yoda's gonna have a cameo. Probably. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
they're gonna put it on the cast because
No,
Frank Oz is like a recluse. He doesn't come out of his house, so there's no pictures of Frank Oz from the last
right.
like 30 years.
The picture would be so outdated.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Ian
Obi-Wan
McGregor turned 50, I believe, today.
49.
49? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Man,
uh, it's my favorite. Dude, I think Obi-Wan is probably my favorite character in. I mean, other than probably Snake, like Big Boss, right? Because I love the character of Big Boss.
yeah.
Um,
Obi-Wan is the
but Obi-Wan's
man.
like up there, dude. Like in any other like media, like yeah, he's up there, man. Like he's
We're
such a
so
great
fortunate to
character.
be alive to see Ian McGregor return. as
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
dude. I can't wait. Can't wait. I definitely can't wait. So, um,
We also got a Bad Batch trailer, sir, that came out as well.
I haven't watched it because I
Wait,
don't want
no
anything
way.
spoiled. I don't want anything spoiled. I want to
All right, well,
watch
I
it,
will
dude.
say I will say less. It's
Okay.
a good trailer, man.
I heard.
It's a really good trailer.
I heard. I don't want to watch
I
it.
was already hyped for it, but they give you the story, and yeah, I'm in.
Like there's new trailers coming out for Winter Soldier, and I don't want to watch them. I don't know. It's like I'm done. Like watching trailers like that. I haven't watched any like Kong versus Godzilla stuff in a while either.
Yeah,
Like I'm like that. When things get close, I'll just stop watching trailers. Unless it's like like an actual numbered Star Wars, probably yeah, like movie. But
yeah.
yeah, release the JJ cut with Matt Smith as the villain because he played his part and he got cut from the movie.
Oh, it's rough.
Release it. Do it.
Rough.
Do it.
Do it.
We're working on that soundboard, guys. We'll
We
get
are.
that. We'll get that soundboard eventually. Um, but yeah, the man Obi-Wan.
Great
Good,
way to end the episode.
good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, no gaming news this week other than PlayStation confirmed that indeed PS3, Vita, and PSP are RIP. So
And Days Gone is going to be the free game for April PS Plus,
they,
which we already got that with the PS
yeah,
Plus collection.
but there's that new Oddworld game, the PS5
Oh
game
yeah,
coming out. Yeah, and that's included.
yeah.
So yeah,
I'm just
pretty good
excited to get
stuff.
my hands on Horizon coming up in a few days. I was this close to buying it, and I'm like, well, thanks
well,
PlayStation.
well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, PlayStation. Yep. Um, yep. We'll see if there's any other news regarding all that next week. In the meantime, Joe, where can people find us?
Absolutely. Well, we want you to stay connected, so please follow us on our social media at No Load Time. That's at No Load Time, and that's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also Twitch. You can also make sure you're subscribed. We really would appreciate that. So subscribe to our show on podcast platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify. You can also subscribe to our video version on our YouTube channel. Please share these episodes with your friends and family. Just share it out everywhere. Just put it out there. It's a good time. Thanks for sticking with us. You can always send an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, we'd love to hear from you. We welcome it. Until next time, you all, we'll see you on our next episode.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next time.